the web transceiver connection. So if you can't do it direct, you can always use the start 3 command and try another way in. But even then they don't always work. And of course you look on the node list and see which nodes are live, and sometimes you can connect on the web transceiver, but it doesn't allow you to, it connects, but it doesn't work. So that sort of thing, you never know if that's faulty or what. But yeah, I know some of the, I use W2PU, don't know if you know him, but you can connect on his system. And I think he's got an outlet on 900. We don't have 900 in England. And, you know, you've got those frequencies. But given the carry on with the FCC and that Brendan that's taking it over, he's looking for every dime. Maybe 900 megs is a dime generator.
Yeah, I haven't played around too much with the 900 megahertz. My all-star node is on 446.1 here, and I know when I set mine up, I actually had some help from one of the club members I'm in, and we tested it. At first, he couldn't connect to me. And then I had to open up a port for it so it could bring those inbound connections. And then I ended up having to do some further advanced stuff to get it to work on my mobile hotspot network when I'm driving about. It does not like mobile networks. I ended up having to make the network think it was still coming from my house by setting up it as, through Telescale and all kinds of advanced stuff to get it to work. But, yep, I have rectified all those situations and opened it up to where it can be hit by somebody else. Actually, another ham tested it out off of either a web node or something like that last week on Saturday night, and was able to get into my trivia net. So as far as I know, you should be all set to connect to my node. If you do run into any problems, my email is good on QRZ. Please let me know so I can work on that. I do want people to be able to connect to it. Back over to you.
Yeah, well, there's a line in the software that you have to put in to allow the web transceiver to connect. I'm not sure if it's the line you're talking about on remote or not. I'm not a Linux person, I'm a Windows person, and I know that it works using the Java, so I'd have to try it. And if you just give me a call sign again, and I'll punch it into the phone so that I can try that. I'm not sure what software you're using, but yeah, if you're using cellular on Echolink, for instance, you get no route to host if you try the connection, because it doesn't know the IP of the device. But of course you can get around that by both connecting onto a conference server. So I've been using VoIP for 30 years. Started with the iPhone program from Israel when it first came out. Good. And ever since then, it's had all these different ways of doing things. And of course, with the advent of all these digital modes and the internet and things coming together, it's certainly, a lot of people communicate with it and use it every day, and it's become ubiquitous. So, yeah, and can't imagine life without it, over.
It is absolutely amazing, and I'm actually running All-Star Link 3 image on my All-Star 3 node here, or All-Star node here, and while I'm driving it about, I use DTMF functions to tell it where I want to talk. And at home, I typically use those as well, but sometimes, like this morning, I forgot how to do it for whatever reason, probably because I was still half asleep when I was waking up and connecting to the East Coast Reflector, and didn't do something right, so I just used the WebSocket to connect it while I was at home this morning. But I think I know what I did. I think I forgot the star 3 to connect it in transceive mode there. But yeah, I'm using the All-Star Link 3 firmware on Debian, running Debian 12 on it. And that was a lot easier to set up than I thought it was going to be. So again, I also do IT support all day long and am familiar with Linux. But I will pass it back over to you there, KE8WNB.
Are you familiar with Java?
A little bit. I can thumb my way around Java if I absolutely had to. But I also can thumb my way through just about any software and program if I really have to. Because, you know, as IT support, we've got to know how to fix every single piece of software out there, even if we've never seen it in our lives before. So that's a fun fact about that. Back over to you.
Yeah, I use the Java legacy. It works. And I did want to try using up-to-date, or it accidentally updated and it didn't work. The Web Transceiver Java app is quite good, easy to use, and of course it does open up the opportunity to get through to a lot of different systems, which if you've just got a computer and you don't want to spend any money, it's all free. You only need to download Java, get a number for a login and that, and then you're in and on. So you don't have all that, nothing to buy. When you are using your system, the software, does it use partly asterisk? Is that incorporated, or does it stand alone, the software you use, to make it run?
So, the All-Star Link firmware is a Linux Debian 12 build with Bookworm, and it is built off of the Asterisk platform. So yes, Asterisk is deeply incorporated into the All-Star Link 3 system. So yep, Asterisk is there. Back over to you.
Well, if you think of me as a Lego, a level of Lego, so do you edit any of the Asterisk software itself, or are you just operating or editing different parts of the other software then, when you're setting it up? Because obviously you've got call sign and things. I've never sort of gone into it all. I used to run an IRLP node and I just used to, until it crashed a few times, and my friend then, who knows all about these things, he rebuilt it over the, over the internet. But yeah, I haven't played around with Linux for a long time. That was in the old days, when it was all keyboard commands over.
Yes, a lot of it still is keyboard commands. There are some GUIs to it to make it a little nicer, but a lot of the setup is through CLI of them. To be honest, I know it's built on the Asterisk. As far outside of that, I can't say too much. You do have to run your Asterisk server and configure some stuff for it, but as far as the full build out of it, I couldn't tell you. I haven't explored into it that deep yet. I've only had my node for about a week now, and still testing and playing and experimenting with the stuff I can do on it there. But I couldn't tell you fully how it functions, but I do know that All-Star 3 is built off of the Asterisk TDX software there. Back over to you.
From G3ZHI, just using the phone. I have a spare glove that I cover up the mic with because it's a bit windy, and obviously you don't want the wind noise. So today, and we may get a little bit of rain, I don't know. But I do this walk every day. Detroit's obviously quite famous with that Hitsville business. I saw a documentary on it. Hitsville, USA. I don't know if you've ever been past that location. Have you seen it, over?
If I have, I'm not 100% certain to what you're referring to. I'm not a native to Detroit. I grew up in southern Missouri, spent 9 years in the U.S. Army, and moved to Michigan after I got out of the Army, because my dad had moved up here after my mom passed away, and because this is where he was from, is the Michigan area. So I'm not quite certain what you're talking about there, to be honest, but I'm going to have to say 7-3s because I am about to pull into my parking garage here in the next few minutes. Wonderful conversation here this morning. Thanks for the ride along, and we will hopefully catch you down the log. This is Kilo Echo 8, Whiskey November Victor Mobile. We clear on your final here.
Okay, from G3ZHI. It's Motown, Supremes and all those people of that building. Like an ordinary house, which they turned into a music factory, and it's called Hitsville. Okay, I'll say 7-3s, and thanks for the contact. G3ZHI in England.